I've heard it said that to commune with the trees is to reunite our souls with the infinite, and that to gaze into the sea is to glimpse the face of God. And that when we allow our minds to become lost to this boundless expanse of wilderness, when we allow ourselves to live as one with the land again, it draws us back to our truth. And it feels like coming home. I felt the pull of the ocean, of these rainforests, and I found myself back here on the West Coast Trail, more than ready for another full-on nature immersion experience. And this time, I thought I'd take you along with us. I actually hiked this trail solo over 7 years ago, a quiet, wild, and magical experience that stuck deeply with me. But this year, I'll be sharing the experience. Allow me to introduce my exceedingly excitable partner, Chris, myself of course, and one of our best friends and most whimsical of humans, Rob.
Hi! Stretch that booty!
Together, we set out on our 7-day journey through some of the world's most pristine rainforests and coastline, navigating our way south for about 80 kilometers from Bamfield to Port Renfrew. It doesn't seem like a ton of ground to cover each day, but we didn't want to race through nature. This was our week to slow down, to give our nervous systems time to relax.
Where do you go? Breaking borders. What do you know? Follow your heart. What do you say? Fight the darkness till break of day.
It's a wee bit muddy now.
The heart and the past changes so fast, like a chameleon. Rain was in blue skies. What did we know? We were so very young.
As dusk descended upon that first day, with heavy mist closing in around us, I really felt myself sinking back into nature's way, where we really have no control over anything, including the rain. I was rather happy to sleep in and stay cozy all morning, but eventually we realized the rain wasn't gonna let up.
Good morning, everyone, from day 2 on the West Coast Trail. I am enjoying my morning coffee, and as you can probably hear, it is pouring raining outside. It rained all day yesterday on our hike in, and it's supposed to rain all morning right now, but the good news is, fingers crossed, it is supposed to finally start clearing up halfway through the day. So I'm hoping by the time we reach our next campsite, we can hang everything up to dry. Right now there's a bunch of things, all the stuff hanging up, and it's not drying at all. The humidity is so strong. Chris and I are just trying to pack up everything in the sopping wet that is the West Coast. Always sopping wet. But yeah, hopefully we get some drier weather soon, and if not, we're going to make the most of it.
Something changes in me when I adjust my pace to match that of nature. I start to notice things. The mist, dancing around the edges of trees. Individual beads of water floating through the air. How that water sounds different on ground, rushing over rocks. And the gaze of an eagle, studying me as I drink from the stream. When I find myself here, as a fellow creature sharing in this wild land, my mind begins to open in new ways. Curiosity takes over the place of anxiety. Wonder replaces overwhelm. And the earth becomes a map of mysteries, endless details left to history. Imagination begins to spark again, and the urge to feel delight in this exploration propels my body forward, feeling lighter.
Here comes our ride. See you on
Bye-bye.
the other side.
See you over there.
Whee!
I don't know why I'm going backwards.
Yeah, why are you going backwards? Coming up to docking station.
Welcome aboard.
When life's goals are simplified to just these necessities, walk, water, shelter, food, repeat, and in the absence of the hustling distractions from the outside world, it doesn't take long for me to feel at peace, to celebrate being alive. Hot water, out here a luxury, sparks joy and deepens my gratitude, even if a spider scare causes me to spill it all. But the simpleness of gathering, of sharing food and laughter by torchlight, become the memories that we cherish. With spirits high and bodies at the day 3 stage of adjusting and aching, we reach Nidinat Narrows, where we're picked up for the crossing and dropped off at the famous crab shack to replenish some serious carbs. I was so excited for a fully loaded jacket potato that I forgot to film the experience. But bellies full and several more kilometers later, we slept like babies that night.
Good morning, everyone. We are just starting day 4 out here on the trail, and for the first time we have bright, beautiful sunshine, and as you can see, we are drying out everything. For the last 3 days, all of our stuff has been soaked from the rain and fog and condensation. It is very humid on the West Coast Trail, so this is the first time on the whole trail by day 4 that we're actually able to start drying stuff out. And even my camera, you can tell there's a bit of a fog on, like a foggy sort of filter happening, because the inside of my camera is also full of condensation. so everything is wet. But I'm very excited to have our first beautiful sunny summery day, dry things out, and hit the trail in an hour or so.
In the past, I might have let myself feel pressured to push harder, to race a little more, getting in big days to feel that sense of pride that comes when completing hikes faster than the average person. But now, my priorities have changed. I'm proud to say we only walked 4 kilometers this day before dropping our bags on the beach by noon and spending the entire day simply beach bumming in the sun. It was glorious. After a day of rest, and with the arrival of some cooler weather again, we were ready to keep moving, to explore the endless possibilities always just around the next corner. It didn't take long for the beauty to become balanced by the brutal. We soon found our course veering inland on the most difficult section of the trail. Aside from this brand new speedy bridge, our pace was reduced to 1 kilometer per hour for the rest of the day, which means it took us 10 hours to navigate just 10 kilometers through this playground of mud and trees.
Oh, this is like a full-on obstacle course. Okay, I might want my poles. For this, yeah.
Careful.
Chris barely even made it then. I'm gonna have to literally crawl. Oh, that duck walk training. Limbo.
Nicely done.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not too shabby.
Due to exhaustion, I didn't film anything more for the rest of that day. So here we are, day 6. Suddenly, the end of our journey was in sight. And though we could have completed the trail on this day, we decided to stretch it out for one more. I could feel the forest breathing, and I wasn't ready to leave it just yet.
So fast.
We spent our last night at this beautiful cove, where we got to bask in the sun while watching sea otters, before I took a nap and woke up to the next round of fog breaking into the bay. The light was surreal, from sunset to sunrise. I struggled to leave this place the next morning. There's something about watching the sea and the fog that keeps me infinitely mesmerized. But after consuming the very last of our coffee and food supplies, the thought of getting a veggie burger for lunch was enough to convince us to push out the final 6 kilometers.
Last day, and we gotta climb up and up and up and up. I'd say that bridge looks pretty out of service.
As we approached the trail's end, I pondered the most asked question I get when doing these hikes. Was it worth it? Would I do this trail again? The last time I did this trail, I remember meeting people who asked me this very same question, who themselves, exhausted, declared that once was more than enough. I just smiled, but inside I thought, how soon could I return?
We did it!
And now, after my second round, I find myself asking myself the same question again. How soon can I return? This coastline has captured my heart, and I hope that by sharing this video journal, maybe the beauty of this wild coast could capture your heart too. I know I'll be back, and I'm already looking forward to it.